Hey, what's up, everyone? Before we jump into this absolute firestorm around Elon Musk's new AI, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button right below. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss what's coming up. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so this is one of the biggest stories in tech right now, period. Elon Musk's brand new AI, Grok, is facing this massive global backlash, and honestly, it's escalating faster than anyone expected.
And you have to be asking why, right? How does a simple AI chatbot suddenly get entire countries to slam the door shut and launch formal investigations? That is the big question, and that's exactly what we're going to break down today. But first, to really get why this is all blowing up, we need to understand what this thing even is. So let's start with the basics. What is Grok? So Grok is an AI chatbot from Elon Musk's new company, XAI. But here's the absolute game changer. It's not a standalone app like some others. It is built directly inside of X. You know, the platform formerly known as Twitter. That means it has a direct line to a live global fire hose of information and millions of users. And inside this very powerful new tool, a specific feature, one that was probably designed to be cool and innovative, got turned into a weapon. And this is where our story takes a really dark turn. Believe it or not, this entire global meltdown revolves around one seemingly innocent function: edit image. It's a feature that lets Grok take any photo already on the platform and, well, change it. And this just shows you how terrifyingly simple it is to misuse. So a user finds any photo on X. Could be a celebrity, could be a friend, could be a total stranger. They just hit reply, tag Grok, and type in a simple command like put her in a bikini. And then, bam, Grok generates the new image and posts it right there, publicly in the thread for the entire world to see, share, and save. And the scale of this is it's mind-boggling. An analysis found this wasn't just happening once in a while. No. These kinds of non-consensual, abusive images were being pumped out at a rate of about 1 per minute. Let that sink in. This wasn't a glitch in the system. This was the system being used at an industrial scale for something awful. And we have to be clear, these are not just abstract data points. There are real victims here. The tool was used to create disgusting deepfakes of women, including a Brazilian musician who was targeted in a very public way. And horrifically, reports confirm that at least one 14-year-old actress had her photos manipulated. This is the real human cost of this technology when it goes wrong. Yeah, you can't have something like this happening without the world noticing. As the story got out, it very quickly escalated into an international crisis, with governments all over the globe starting to take some serious action. And what's really striking here is just how fast and how severe this response was. I mean, look at this. Malaysia and Indonesia just straight up blocked access, calling it a human rights violation. The UK's media regulator launched a formal investigation. And you've got major players like India and France demanding answers and pointing to serious laws like the EU's Digital Services Act. This wasn't just one country getting upset. This was a coordinated global crackdown. So, with the entire world watching and regulators breathing down their necks, how did Elon Musk and his company XAI handle the crisis? Well, you'd think they'd have a clear, unified message, right? Not exactly. It was chaos. It was truly a tale of two responses. On one hand, you have Elon Musk's public position. He put all the blame on the user, basically saying, hey, if you use it for something illegal, that's on you. He blamed bad actors. But then, on the other hand, his own company, XAI, was admitting this was a failure in safeguards and that they were urgently trying to fix it. And the cherry on top, they responded to one media outlet asking about the whole scandal with an automated message that just said, Legacy Media Lives. It was a completely fractured, contradictory mess. And if you thought that was weird, it gets even more surreal. At one point, the official Grok AI account on X actually posted an apology, saying, I'm sorry for any harm caused. But here's the kicker. It turns out that wasn't an official company statement at all. A random user had simply told the AI to write an apology, and it did. The company's crisis management was literally being crowdsourced by its users. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, so this whole Grok incident is obviously a disaster. But let's zoom out for a second, because this is a symptom of a much bigger issue. What does this tell us about the broader challenge of actually building and releasing AI safely?
And this is where groups like Tele-AI Safety come into the picture. These are the folks who are not just reacting to disasters after they happen, they're working around the clock to create standardized tests or benchmarks to try and measure the risks of these powerful AI models before they get out into the wild and cause this kind of harm. And what their research makes crystal clear is that the problems with Grok were not a surprise to anyone in the field. This chart here shows at least 12 different risk categories for AIs like this, all based on known vulnerabilities that experts have been studying for years. So here's the most important takeaway from this whole thing. When you take the Grok disaster and you map it onto this expert framework, it fits perfectly into these well-known categories: pornographic content, harm to minors, and fake content. This wasn't some new, unforeseen danger. It was a known risk that just wasn't properly guarded against. And this is exactly what the experts have been shouting from the rooftops. Features like image editing or what they call dual use. They can be used for good, but they can easily be weaponized. Without ironclad safeguards, it's just a recipe for disaster. The fundamental problem is that the incentive to grow fast and get users is often way stronger than the incentive to invest in safety. And the long-term danger here is that it normalizes what some experts call mass digital undressing, which just erodes privacy for every single one of us. So, where does all this leave us? Grok is in hot water, governments are on the move, and the whole debate around AI safety has been kicked into overdrive. And really, it all boils down to this one massive question. As these AI tools get exponentially more powerful, who is ultimately on the hook when they're used to cause harm? Is it the user who types the prompt? Is it the company that built the tool and released it without the right safeguards? Or is it something about the code itself? There are definitely no easy answers here, and I genuinely want to know what you all think. Drop your take on this in the comments below, and if you got some value out of this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed to @BrandTechOff for more explainers on the tech that's changing our world. Thanks for watching.